Todd LeDuc unhappy with Megalodon, Tim Jones competing in Monster Jam. All of this and more is coming up on this week's edition of Monster Truck News. Starting off with our first story for tonight, New Orleans will be the host of the first show of the second half of the Monster Jam season on July 8th, and the lineup has been revealed. And boy oh boy, was I not prepared for the amazing talent that is scheduled for this show. The lineup includes Weston Anderson in Gravedigger, Armando Castro in El Toro Loco, Camden Murphy in the Bakugan Dragonoid, Tristan England in Megalodon, Cynthia Gauthier in the Lucas Stabilizer, Caleb Blood in Soldier Fortune, Corey Rummel in Megalodon, Chris Kohler will be piloting Brutus, Tim Jones makes his Monster Jam debut in Tailgator, Ryan Disharoon pilots Shaker, David Olfert pilots Velociraptor, and Mike Christensen brings out Vendetta. Obviously, at the moment, any lineup is subject to change, but let's dive deep into this lineup and what makes it so exciting. For starters, let's take a look at the obvious two. Chris Kohler bringing back Brutus for the first time since 2021 is pretty exciting. However, Tim Jones competing with Tailgator is very, very exciting. Tailgator has actually competed in Monster Jam before, under its previous owner before Tim Jones, Doug Nolte. Tim Jones, however, has never competed in Monster Jam before. You'll know that at the end of 2021, a photo was posted online showing Twisted Addiction with BKT tires, and we reported on this at the time as he could be one of the extra drivers for Reno Championship Series East in 2022. Obviously, that didn't come to fruition. However, Jones bringing Tailgator to Monster Jam is going to be extremely exciting. Some of the selections of failed drivers are also incredibly interesting. Drivers like Caleb Blood, Cynthia Gauthier, and Camden Murphy aren't surprising. However, Armando Castro, Weston Anderson, and Tristan England and Earthshaker are definitely very interesting yet incredibly exciting choices. The rest of the lineup is filled with heavy hitters and great talent, and it's honestly the most exciting lineup for a Quarter 2 show in quite some time. With the World Finals almost a month away and the main season is wrapping up, more lineups are expected to be announced, and some already have, that show some really interesting lineups. As we talked about in yesterday's MonsterTalk report, Stadium Championship Series Blue is currently the only tour in Monster Jam that is not crowned a points champion. Heading into this weekend, Tyler Menninga is poised to win as he is 34 points ahead of Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson has been fighting hard in order to keep the points chase going for this long into the final event for Stadium Series Blue this weekend at Kansas City. It is kinda dire, however, as Tyler Menninga would have to not compete at all in order for Ryan Anderson to win. If Tyler competes in one round of racing, he will win this series automatically. It seems that Ryan Anderson will have to engage in a bit of tomfoolery in order to win this series. And by tomfoolery, I mean you throw sand in the engine and in the fuel tank in Tyler's truck for maximum truck efficiency.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Anyway, Kansas City will hopefully be a fitting end to what has been an incredible season for Stadium Championship Series Blue, and may the best driver win. Former Monster Jam driver turned independent Joe Urie has enjoyed a fulfilling season so far behind the wheel of the Ice Cream Man monster truck. He's won a multitude of wins for the All-Star Monster Truck Tour, however has announced on his social media that he is taking some personal time off. At this moment, he is no longer with Triple B Motorsports and has apologized to the promoters and fans who would have seen him compete in upcoming shows this year. However, he is extremely grateful to those promoters, Triple B, and of course the fans that have either helped him or supported him in his endeavors as the Ice Cream Man driver. He also noted that he may be looking at new adventures, however did not go into detail on what those adventures could possibly be. We would like to congratulate Joe on his time with driving Ice Cream Man with Triple B Motorsports. Would also like to wish him the best in his future endeavors. We mentioned before that Todd LeDuc will always speak his mind on something he doesn't like, or if he is underscored, or whatever the case is. And I've been surprised to see that despite the awful luck LeDuc has had this season behind the wheel of Megalodon, he has yet to voice his opinion on his season as a whole, other than specific instances of his truck not being 100%. However, after East Rutherford, he posted on his Instagram story. For the most part, he talked about the show he had, with sway bars being really stiff and throwing him around a lot. However, it's what he said on this particular story that was incredibly interesting.
Mechanically, my truck is not happy. It wants either Blue Thunder back on that truck, or Monster Energy, or Meta Militia. Because my chassis does not like Megalodon's body. So I'm just trying to stay positive.
Obviously, this is a personal feeling that he has and isn't indicative of anything else. However, it is still interesting that he put this out there. I am still of the belief that Megalodon was a last-minute change and was supposed to drive another truck before he was chosen to campaign Megalodon. However, he may end up getting his wish and driving something else for 2023. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments down below. It's once again time for the Monster Truck 5 of the Week, where we get to showcase a multitude of shows and tours that are touring the globe. Monster Jam's final show for quite some time will be Stadium Championship Series Blue, as they head to Kansas City, Missouri at Geher Field at Arrowhead Stadium, as Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live is off to Reading, Pennsylvania in the Santander Center. The All-Star Monster Truck Tour heads to Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and will feature Wild Side with John Zimmer Sr., Terminal Velocity with John Zimmer Jr., Fatal Attraction with Jeff Murphy, Prime Time with Justin Murphy, and Barbarian with Devin Jones. The much anticipated Monsters on the Beach event at Virginia Beach, Virginia will be happening this weekend, and will feature an all-star lineup including Stone Crusher with Steve Sims, Hooked with Steven Sims Jr., Dirt Crew with Jerry Beck, Dozer with Jack Brown, the to-be-announced new truck for DCT Motorsports with Darren Basil behind the wheel, Vendetta with Mike Christensen, Velociraptor with Travis Mowry, Illuminator will either have Corey Snyder and or Preston Perez, and Tailgator with Tim Jones. Monster Spectacular will be doing not one, not even two, but 3 different shows at 3 different locations on 3 different days. Those locations are St. John, New Brunswick on May 20th, Moncton, New Brunswick on May 21st, and Summerside, Prince Edward Island on May 22nd. The lineup is the same for all 3 shows, and those shows will feature Black Stallion with Mike Vardas Sr., Overkill Evolution with Mike Vardas Jr., Higher Education with Chris DeHoyce, Taurus with Stephen Thompson, and a to-be-announced truck and driver. The Kicker Monster Truck Nationals heads to Gallup, New Mexico, and will feature Airborne Ranger with Joe Cypher, Texas Outlaw with Ricky Fowler, Thrill Billy with Thomas Kimmons, Geronimo with Brandon Swick, and Tough Enough with Jack Coburna. And finally, the Monster Truck Extreme Nationals heads to Jessup, Georgia, and will feature Alcatraz with Chris Davis, Heavy Hitter with Steven Snellen, Predator with Alan Pizzo, Just Get It Done 2nd Generation with Brandon Talachka, a to-be-announced truck with Michaela Talachka, and Animal House with Faith Freed. And well, that is all we have for today's Monster Truck News. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content.